There we go. Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to BrollyTV. We have Miss Pris, Riddick, Father, and the niece, which is Butterfly of Death.
What's up, people?
What's up?
I want to know why Pris was first.
Because she sat the closest to me on my screen.
I think it's favoritism, but that's all right.
Favoritism. Hell yeah, it is. And yeah, but not much to talk about tonight because there's not been no updates or anything like that, so we'll do some random shit. And the first, I'll show you some screenshots of some butt hurt of the sector that we're in currently at the moment, in 1,500. And about these brands as well. Yeah.
It has been
Quite
a slow week.
intense ones.
Just going to go straight to the point.
Straight to the point. And don't forget ban the Vega as well. Right, where's my folder gone with all this shit in? Right, I'm looking. You just carry on talking about some shit while I look for this folder.
Well, I guess we would be amiss if we didn't give a shout out to everybody in 1500. Got another big war going. Been a lot of fun. Allied up with some people that probably never thought I would be. It's pretty cool. Got to hang out and talk to a lot of people this week. It's been pretty cool.
I'm trigger finger happy on Horde. That's for you. That's the same for me. I never thought I'd be on the same side with them, and I have hit them and caught myself trying to hit them again.
You're a terrible ally. You should be slapped, spanked and shit.
It's natural for me. They're the number one on my list.
I still think you should be spanked.
Okay.
Come on, Brawly.
Oh, Firework.
The technological wizard over there is having trouble.
Ben said, are you paying for these sex change?
Oh, for hockey?
Mason said,
Yeah.
are you paying for the change, man?
If you wanna get with me, you know, you have to put in the effort. So, sex change is a viable option.
I know one thing. FIWA's location looks a hell of a lot more fun than ours, guys. We should all be in a hammock in Thailand.
Yeah, you should. It's
Right,
good.
found the
I made
first
it
one.
last time. It was good.
Cold beer.
Can you see that? That's the first one.
All right, what do we got here?
Jamaican gangster.
The first thing I see is cocksucker, so you know this is going to be good.
Oh God, I thought that was me.
Jamaican gangster, butthead, skill destruction's going, ha 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 ha. And OSP, domestic death says, someone, if he's but tastes like butthead, and he says from cocksucker like you. Yeah, and the list goes on. And there's another one to go with it. There's Cyborg God spamming the chat for about 30 minutes solid.
That would just be a quick block and move
Yeah,
on.
that's right. As you can see, I blocked it because I got sick of it in the end. It was a pain in the ass. And there's General 1 SG from ICU doing exactly the same thing. After that Cyborg God finished, it gets ridiculous.
Well, now, in all fairness, when you're sitting in a bubble for 2 weeks, you get bored.
Can't deny that one. And there's another one. Like they're going on about your mum jokes next. That's rear end entry.
The classic mom joke.
Yep. I think you got rear end stuffed up, that's why. There's another one by ICU, spam on the chat. Like, come on, it gets a bit sickening. These father in this one, and TP God. He's trying to say people
Yeah,
abuse the
that
gun
guy.
to hit base.
You stirring shit up,
Yeah,
Tom.
he was running with cutters for, I don't know, 2 hours or
Yeah.
something, just switching his feet. So I just told him, you know, what's the big deal? Take a few hits on your base. Yeah, man.
Didn't have the res to repair them, probably.
No.
I just can't say, no,
I
man.
can't kill them. I can't repair them.
He said,
But
anyway,
we got him in the end. I think Jova got a fleet in and killed him.
and look what happened after his base got hit. Away he goes. He jumped out.
He floated out. Nice.
Yeah. Like,
Okay,
you
that's
couldn't get any better than that. And someone's messaging me now.
Oh, good God, I just saw this. Now you're going by Mr. Chris.
Yeah, 'cause
I told you this.
some people were calling me Mr. Chris.
Well, do you know how emasculating that really is? You're supposed to be the man in the thing. God, come on now.
Well, I didn't do
If
anything.
anything, she should be Mrs. Brawley.
That's what I said.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Don't let her wear the Brawley. Don't let her wear the pants.
He does not have the meanness that I have.
Mm-hmm. I just get told to do a thing, and I just go kill it. Then I bet that she kills it.
So what else you got?
uh,
I got nothing. I am unprepared. Brought nothing to the table.
and please, ICU, stop flooding Kickside with tickets trying to say we're abusing shit base holding because people are getting banned for no reason.
No, who got banned?
Name one called Riddick.
Oh yeah, I did.
And some other.
Yeah, I am still waiting though for Carter to clarify something because I don't feel like we were base holding. I accept the, you know, I didn't argue it. I accepted it. You know, took my 2 days, went fishing. It's no big deal. But Guggen, I don't mean to put names or whatever, but what the hell? Guggen had a shitload of res, and you know it's a war. Obviously, you don't want your enemy to have 100+ million of everything, so they use it to fight you. So we decided that we would snipe it. So 4 of us took turns sniping his silos, 1, 2 at a time. Took damage, gave him damage. There was no just sitting in his base or anything like that. At least not that I saw. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, but I didn't see any of that. Everybody was actually going in and hitting the silos, taking damage. The terms of service, as I understand it, that's a legitimate thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But the reply that we got back from Carter was that a Kixeye employee, whatever they're called, I don't know, terms of service enforcer, you know, whatever, right? Said that we held the base for an hour and a half, that he was not able to play, which I don't agree with because he could have come out of his base between the hits, you know. So I don't know. The problem I have is that now, is that going to be something they're going to enforce all the time? Is it going to be, oh, somebody came in and sniped 2 of my silos, went back, unloaded, came back and did it again. Oh, now they're base holding. You know, I asked Carter for a clarification on, okay, how do we snipe and it not be base holding? You know, so hopefully I'll get something back from him. I just like to have clarification on it because I still don't think that we base held at all. But, you know, whatever.
So if this is considered base holding, what about fleet holding? They've been doing that a lot. They've been just holding the fleets.
By fleet holding, do you mean running?
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Holding it so they could get out of the base, get in the base, just whatever, long enough, and this will go on 2-3 hits where nobody can get in the base. Everybody's tied up. Everybody's ganged up on this one person that's holding this one person back, running. And it's Guggen did one of those, and I will throw out names, but base holding, and he'll watch in the base as we're hitting. He'll come out and he'll get us, and then he'll hold us and let us whatever. I mean, and this is fleet versus fleet going into bases as well.
personally, in my opinion, all of these tactics are viable tactics. They should be allowed. That's my opinion. You know, if you've got a fleet that can outrun and tie up a fleet, tough shit. You got tied up. You know, in a real war, things like that happen. You know, I think it's ticket crazy, and I think Kickside doesn't let us play sometimes. You know, the Harriers are gone and shit. Anything that you attack with now has to be something that can inflict damage. Holding a base and just sitting there not doing anything, yeah, that's fucked up. You know, running, hey, if you've got rear fives and the guy can't catch you, oh well.
Yeah,
I just
but
I don't want the game to get ticket crazy where every fucking thing somebody does, they write a ticket on it. I think Kickside needs
Yeah,
to
but
let
you have another point. You know, when you have the advantage in a war, everybody's in bubbles, and you have multiple players hitting one base. And even if you don't hit the base with your snipers and steal the rest, you know, let it pass a few minutes, what's he supposed to do? He can throw out fleets, okay, but he didn't. And so it's not base holding. It's just bitching, in my view.
Well, it's true, you know, and I think, you know, that it wasn't base holding, but, you know, Kickside made their decision. Okay, so that's my problem is that if you're going to say that's what it is, then I want to know what is a legitimate tactic to go in and take res, because I don't farm Vegas, I farm bases.
Yeah,
Hi guys.
and another thing, when you have a train of cargo snipers waiting outside the base, you know, one exits the base and another guy instantly hits the base before you can click the base repair, and thus the base is tied up. You can't launch fleets, but that's not base holding. It's playing by the game mechanic. If you're gonna hold a base, you hit with a fleet that can't damage the base, or you just sit there. You know, that's base holding and keeping a player from launching fleets and preventing him from defending himself. But that's not the case because you know he can't do anything, and that goes for the lot of them.
Yeah. By the way, hello, Rain. Rain has popped in with us. Good to see you, bud.
Hey, Rain.
Guys. Hey, how's it going?
good morning, you Aussie fucker.
I slept in all morning.
Why not? Good for you, man. Good for you.
But I'll just listen to you guys talk about base holding and all that jazz and the TOS and reporting and all that crap. And I think the TOS is basically just for those that bitch about when they can't get their own way. Seriously. But I agree with you. Base holding is in regards to like just sitting there for 5 minutes and just not doing a damn thing. But if you're attacking something, then that's definitely not base holding. It's the same with fleets, to be honest. People bitch about what is fleet holding and what isn't fleet holding. I mean, like some people get attacked and then run away, and it's basically because they know they can't win the fight, but they have a counter for it. So it's a real-time strategy. I don't see what the problem is.
Well, that's what I mean. Like when me and Chris were fighting against other players, someone came to attack Chris's base, and I went to defend the base. You know, hit the other fleet, and a little 35 fleet came over, hit my fleet, and they ran for 35 minutes. I couldn't move my fleet.
Well, if they're attacking you and they're running, then that I would consider fleet holding. But other
That's
than
what
that,
they've been doing all week.
Well, you know, like I said, I don't. Some stuff just needs to be let go. Kickside needs to leave it alone. I mean, okay, I get it. You know, it happens to all of us. I've had fleets, you know, that I couldn't catch, and they just run. Well, I've got
I've
two. I have two options at that point. The way I look at it, I can just say, fuck it, park my fleets, let them run, and wait for the 5 minutes to be over, and maybe they hit me again and I have to do it again. Oh well, it sucks, but hey, ain't the end of the world. One of my teammates with something faster and they'll get him, or I can spread my ships out, fan them out, and see if I can pin him out against the wall.
Yeah, but if they've got a full fleet of cutters, and if you split your ships up, your ship's going to get alive one at a time.
They might.
They're not.
But you know what?
They're
I
not
don't really
just
care.
Houston.
Sometimes if I can catch them, it's just the idea that I caught them. Maybe I do lose. I don't care. That's me. But I'm the one that will crash shit into a base and get completely wiped out and go, oh, well, that was fun.
Hey guys.
Well,
I don't care. It just, I'm in one of two moods. I'm either
I gotta
gonna
go.
park my fleet and just let it sit there, or I'm gonna spread them out and chase. But the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get on the comms and say, hey, anybody got cutters? Because I can't do anything with this guy and he's running. I'm not gonna write a
What
ticket.
if you're hitting a base and then your escort gets hit? Then you go out of the base and you set your fleet to run to the war, and then you go inside the base again and continue your base hit. Is that fleet holding?
That's just smart. And how can you?
Yeah,
I don't think
it's kind of fleet holding, because obviously you're not going to do damage. But if they attack you with face clad revs, and you have a thermal echo fleet and rear 5, so why the fuck not run? It gives you time to finish the basic and then deal with the escort attack after. But it's a sketchy strategy. But is it fleet holding? I don't know.
No, I don't think that's fleet holding at all in that case. I think in that case you're talking about a tactical retreat.
Well, there's also the fact that Kixeye has brought in the cutters for a reason. Like, they can be used for a number of things. I mean, defending your escorts, and like just using them to just run away to tactical retreats to see what the hell the enemy throws at you and whatnot. But other than that, I mean, like, when they can't have their way, so it's not fleet holding if you're using it to defend something of your own. It's basic strategy.
Yeah.
and another point out as well, the shotgun ships with the new shotgun weapon, they still cost a fortune in resources to repair. They did reduce it. I'll admit they did reduce it, but it's still not enough. It's still costing 23 plus million helium to repair them.
I think that will get changed as soon as enough people complain. Once a bunch of people.
Well, I tried everything with a shotgun weapon. Absolutely, I refit, and I could not find a viable setup for it. It's too much spread on them. You have to get so fucking close to do damage, and it's just not viable. I don't know about bases. Maybe Broly knows a little bit about
Yes,
that.
I have tried a base hitting with the new shotgun weapons. Put this way, if you can get close to the bridge with the 370 DPS that I've got, that bridge gets melted in seconds. But
If you can get close enough.
yeah, if I can get close enough.
Which basically that's good though, because I mean it's a tactical situation use, just like the poopers that everybody's using now. Everybody's using creeper fleets.
Creepers are overpowered.
They are. They probably will wind up nerfed because everybody's using them, but for now they're fun.
Well, once
I mean, you have to just design your base to not be, susceptible to the creepers. I mean, you can do it. I've seen it done. It takes no skill to use them. That's the thing about the creepers. They probably should be nerfed to where you actually had to learn how to use them in some way with some skill, I guess. I don't know.
Or they could just add more weight to the creeper weapon.
That could be.
Or so you have to use ice armor and shield to put them on.
Yeah, but I'm not going to lie. They're so cheap. I've got a fleet that's so cheap to repair. I mean, coining it, that, $20, I can go out and blast about 15 bases.
Yeah.
Coin them
I
back.
loaded up 2,000 points or something and started pooping. I took out 15 bases. I missed one bridge and 14 one-shots.
Yep. I mean, it got to where I quit doing it because it wasn't even any fun anymore for me. It was like, well, shit, it's more fun using my decoys and my snipers, but it is a good way to throw a bubble on somebody real quick.
And another thing is that even if you mess up and you're going to do so much damage across the base that if you hit it again, everything's going to blow up. So
Yeah.
it's if you get hit by poopers, you're pretty much out of the game for a few hours.
Yeah, Creeper Fleet almost guarantees a 2-hour bubble no matter what.
Yeah,
Unless it's a really, really spread out base. But yeah, anything that's
yeah,
got collateral that you can use as collateral damage next to the bridge. I like the ones that put all their res silos right around the bridge. Those are beautiful for Creeper Fleets.
yeah.
Also,
Like, thanks.
I like
Thank you.
explosions.
yeah, we've just also noticed, the low level, low levels we've just started when they first get the Genesis cruisers. We've just noticed they're the first,
130,000
yeah, 130,000
to
helium.
repair a full fleet.
That's a level 16 or 18 fleet, was it, Chris?
It's an 18.
A level 18 fleet costing that much to repair. It's like all the res of a low level, and I wonder why the low levels are starting the game, then quitting.
Oh, I saw. What was that statistic I saw that, like, a year ago there was 170,000 active players. Now there's like 50 or something, or some ridiculous number.
Yeah, that was on one of the all sector pages.
I don't remember the
entirely
exact
too
numbers, but
yeah, it was definitely someone saying that there was a massive drop in players over the recent years.
I'm sure.
Surprised though with all the shit Kicks Eyes doing at the game. They're making it worse. It's laggy. Everyone's getting disconnected from combat. No one can climb through Kicks Eye. It's getting worse. Literally.
Well, I mean, there's a limited shelf life on every game. I think this one's probably getting close to it. It's just like this week with this war with ICU. Nobody won this week except for Kixeye. This game would be more fun if there was a clear way for somebody to win. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, we say, well, we got most of the medals, so we win. Well, people will argue that, okay, but how else are you going to judge it? So this week, we fight ICU, and we can say, well, yeah, but you were in bubbles all week. Well, yeah, but, and there's the argument. If we had a scoring system of some kind, that would be pretty cool.
That was mentioned a while ago, actually, Riddick, on Battle Vortex, if I remember correctly, and I can't exactly remember when it was mentioned, but there was mention of a war system board to determine who killed the most bases, who killed the most fleets, blah blah blah. Just a bunch of statistics to actually show what was going on during that entire week.
Yep, an alliance scoreboard. Because I'll bet you, if we had an alliance scoreboard, we'd probably find out Unknown won this war.
Yeah, actually, I agree. Unknown has been doing.
Unknown won the war, hands down, guys.
Yeah, Unknown have been doing a shitload of damage, and I can admit that. Oh wow.
Hey, I didn't know those guys were as good at basing, and we fought them a lot, and things, but they impressed me a lot. I mean, those guys really, really did well this last week. If you look at how high they climbed on the leader or on the medal board, it's freaking crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb right here and declare Goat and ICU both got their ass kicked by Unknown.
Yeah. I must put a funny point over. Ronan and who's the other one? GL, Lord, whatever you want to call him, jumped into this war. I have literally seen more LOA fleets fighting out than both of them clans put together in this war. Like, they're just sat there doing jack shit. They're just feeding us res to kill ICU.
Well,
GL never does much of anything, let's be honest.
If GL and Unknown were to fight, I'd put my money on Unknown.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And if ICU and Goat were to fight one-on-one, I'd honestly put my money on ICU, to be honest.
Might happen, yeah. It's hard to tell. It'd be a good time if we could. What we need to do maybe is just, I don't know, because like I say, the winner is always Kixeye when it comes to an ICU Goat war. I mean, that's the only winner. Because let's think about this. What really happens when two big clans go to war?
Spam
Man,
coins.
I go
it's a
bubble.
draw.
Of course, because I'm going to go fly over and I'm going to bubble a base. And he's going to coin it back. And I'm going to coin back the fleet that I just used. Okay, we're at 0. Didn't count. Nothing happened. Right? It's a draw. Okay.
Yep.
We meet out in space. We have FVF battles. You know, CJ attacks me with his Apox, blows up my freaking Apox. He takes some damage. Mine are dead. What are we going to do? Both of us. We're going to fly back to our base. We're going to coin him back. He's going to coin back the 1 I killed. I'm going to coin back the 5 he killed. Whatever. Wiped out. Right? Doesn't count. I mean, there needs to be a score system so that you can actually say something's going on. And like, I had a thought the other day. I'm driving home from fishing, thinking about Vega, which is really fucked up. It was a beautiful day. Why was I thinking about Vega? But I remembered playing Call of Duty, and you've got the little icon that you can earn as you progress. When you, they call it prestiging, right?
Oh,
Those
yeah.
who played COD know what I mean. You could earn little icons, you know, for so many points in FBF or so many points basing. There'd be little things that could be done that might make the game a little more fun and give you something to strive for. But I just feel like there's nothing to strive for in this game anymore. I'm actually bored with it. It's too expensive, to be honest with you. The only reason I play this game is because I like the guys that are in GOAT. You know, some of the guys I've been friends with for a really long time. But the game itself sucks.
It does suck.
End-game Vega is bullshit. It's spend your coins.
I think they have this thing, you know, dominating and get dominated by. I think they should work on that shit and make like a personal rating system. So
Damn, it feels
players
violated.
get points for how many fleet versus fleet fights he win and
Yep.
how many base hits he succeeded in and shit like that. I think it's cool. Also, if you have a high rated base hitter, I think they should, you know, if you come in with 170 medals and you're hitting a base with 300, and the guy with 300 medals is rated high because he's doing his shit right, I think they should match up the higher player with the lower player, and he can't take like 22 medals because he's hitting a guy with 300 if he sucks, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So, okay, you're a retard, you got Cooper fleets, and you managed to get in a 300 medal plus base, and you take 22 medals. That's just bullshit. I think it should be a rating system. So, you know, the high-end players,
Well,
you know, you have to work for your rating to get to take a lot of medals from the end game players.
yeah, because right now the only way to do that is to drop medals. You know, because once you get, let's say Rain, who's a very good baser, goes up
Yeah, he
against
moved in the first place.
Krish, who's a great baser. They both got 300 medals. They
Mm-hmm.
can hit each other back and forth all day long, and it ain't going to change nothing. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm not getting to the point that I wanted to come across with there, but it left me because I'm old and I forget shit.
Well, Krish is a great player, to be honest, and the fact that he's using Cooper fleets and he's using them rather well, but he can use any fleet in general and still take your base. I was a little surprised when I went into his base and I saw, okay, this is an easy. I managed to do it with one blitz fleet. I was like, okay, what happened here? But honestly, each individual player's base is different, and some can be taken, some can't. Like, well, some take more to actually take, not that they can't be taken. But
well, any of them can be taken, but
yeah,
the ones I have trouble with are the ones with 1,400 KDs on them. Fucking things are coming from everywhere. Son of a bitch.
I come into this war with 137 medals, and I got up to 269, and I'm down to 255. So
Medals come and go. You know,
they do come and go.
See, that's why there needs to be a rating system, because I can have, let's say, and I've done it. We've all done it. You get up to about 280, 290, 300 medals. You can't take any off anybody anymore. So what do? You dump medals to a teammate that doesn't have very many, so that you can go get more again. But I know the point that I was going to make was when I was saying Krish, and I shouldn't have said you, Rain. I should have said somebody, I don't know, Pris maybe, let's say, right? She's got a mediocre pooper fleet. And she gets into Krish's base. Say Pris has 125 medals. Krish has got his normal 320, 330, and all of a sudden she's taken, 50 medals or something with a shitty fleet.
For 2 hours.
I'm saying it took no skill. It's kind of messed up.
And when you get up to 300 medals, you have to choose your target wisely, and you get like 3 medals if you're lucky, and then some dickhead with no skills comes along and boom, 15 medals. That pisses you off.
Yep.
So I don't give a shit about medals, really. I don't look at medals when I'm hitting bases. I just group everything.
Yeah.
Well, I agree. With the medal system, to be honest, I mean, like, I was sitting at about 300 medals at one stage, and this guy called Stones comes in and decides to try and rim me to try and 2-hour bubble me, but he couldn't do it, so he brings in 2 Rev fleets, still barely manages to get, barely does any damage to the bridge, just scratches the paintwork, and he runs away with about 5 medals just for 2-hour bubble.
Yeah.
1 star.
I've had 15 for, doing basically nothing to the base, and you go, well, that sucked. Now I got to go get them back.
And the saddest part was I had to 100% his base to get those medals back with 1 extra in interest.
Yeah.
So it's pretty slack. I mean, like, someone with shit all fucking medals can take a higher medal count. And they claim, oh yeah, we did this, we bubbled you. It's Care Bear logic.
Anybody can be bubbled. I mean, it doesn't matter if you want to use enough fleets. There's no, any base can be bubbled with 2 fleets. If you can't bubble a base with 2 fleets, then you either have complete shit fleets or you're attacking way too high.
Oh, and what's everyone wearing for Halloween?
I don't know. Pris was supposed to show us her outfit tonight. She's checking it out. So.
I do. I'll post it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Post it. Come on, live action, baby.
Cold in my room. It's like 55 degrees in my room. I'm freezing.
Oh, don't pussy out now.
Well, hello.
Hey, Jared.
Looks like I made it after all.
You did make it.
Oh, no. From Ghostman Sakari.
Ghost.
Hey, yeah. Hey, Ghost.
Holy
Where's
shit.
the phone?
That's the first time I've actually seen you, Riddick.
Put it in the window.
Yeah, Riddick is ancient, isn't he?
I've got the gray to prove it.
If you would watch the show, you would have already seen him.
Ooh, she called him out and was successful.
And Caveman, fuck off, set out to make it, 'cause I'm making a spider ship, because I will not play if there is a spider ship.
What?
No. Shit. What? Shit. Hit.
Rain, you're as close to an Englishman as any of us here. Can you translate what the fuck he just said?
Yeah.
He said,
No shit.
I believe he said spider ship. If he said spider shit, then I would say eject the fucking airlock.
Yeah. They're trying to say make a ship in the shape of a spider.
A ship in the shape of
Do
the
you understand
spider.
that one, old man? You put spiders in Brolly's face and all sorts. It's not fair.
You lost me today, but you know what? Speaking of spiders, I came as close today to screaming like a girl as I probably have in about my 53 years.
I'm fucking.
Dude, it's a beautiful day. I'm fishing along. I'm throwing my little spinner bait. I'm just happy, and the sun's shining. It's beautiful. And all of a sudden, this fucking spider starts coming down off the bill of my baseball cap on a web. Right? I mean, right here. Here's this fucking spider, man. Yeah, I about fell out the fucking boat. I was trying to get that sumbitch off me. Like,
I'd have ran across the water.
Hey, Riddick, I feel you. I almost had an accident the other day on car coming home. Spider crawled up my window and then tried dropping off the ceiling on my head while I was driving.
oh, jeez.
You'll get a ticket for that.
Yeah, I pulled
I
over,
went to
jumped
the
into the
shower
passenger seat, and
3
smashed it.
days ago. Just woke up. I forgot to take my eye contacts out, so they were dry. I couldn't see shit. Went into the shower, you know, and then this fucking yellow cobra snake hissed at me.
Yeah,
Oh my god! I ran fast.
I bet you
Where's
did there.
Samuel L. Jackson when you need him, huh?
What's
So,
up?
so you
A
guys with
few
the spider
people,
fears?
like after the
Listen to
show last
Brolly.
week, saw me like
Okay, I
in
have a question.
Google Hangouts.
Has anybody used the? Have any of you guys built or coined up any of the Raptors yet? And do you like them?
I have.
You dirty, rotten coiner.
And I actually almost won in a fleet versus fleet. I think he was like at 85% when he hit me, and I got him down to 13 or 30. I don't remember.
Yeah, he had 4 Revelation Cruisers versus 2 of the new Raptors, and the Raptors were smashing the hell out of him.
So what are you saying?
Okay.
You're saying that you lost the battle.
She
I
lost.
lost barely. I
Six
mean,
versus 2.
seriously, I just wanted
Okay,
to
wait,
test
wait,
him
wait, wait.
out.
Hush. If you lost, we don't want to hear from you.
Well, then I'll bring him out.
Hold on a second. Alright, the details. What were you up against and what were you using is my question.
Robo-Duck, and I don't remember what I was using.
I know what he was using. He was using the Gladius Revs. You know, with the magazine.
The Glad Revs.
He had 4 ships left, and Miss Priss had 2 ships, and she nearly won.
Holy shit! Well, that's impressive. With a full fleet of those Raptors, then yeah, she definitely would have won. Like, what weapons was Pris using, by the way, Broly?
Shotguns, man. Shotguns all the way.
Just shotguns with rears, fusion.
With a new with rear thrusters on them.
Yeah,
Uh,
which means she'd be able to jump right in there, like before
Yeah.
he did any
he was on
serious
top of
damage.
me in no time.
I went
Yeah.
straight for him.
Yeah, you'd have
Yeah.
to. You got to close the gap quick, or they're going to turn around.
Unless you got my Fusion 3 dreads, then yeah.
I want to ask if any of you guys considered the tactics of these new creeper revs that everyone's using, because I've been watching and I swear the tactics I'm seeing just don't look very efficient.
But they work.
No, they're not.
The absolute best strategy is patience, flower patterns. You take your apples and you spread them out, so you get half this, from 3 angles with the same distance, and you just push them in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're gonna get 5 of them, in without taking massive damage, especially with those kinetics firing. So a flower pattern is definitely the best strategy.
A
Yeah,
flower.
and that's about what I've been thinking. If you could spread them out, people have been keeping them so bunched up. I'm watching them die 2 and 3 at a time from the torpedoes radiating AOE damage, getting hits off more than 1 ship at a time.
Yeah, well, sometimes you spread them out, sometimes you don't. It depends on the base layout. I mean, like, mine, for example, at the moment, I got this from someone else. It's basically to prevent a lot of the pooper attacks. The bridge takes a while for them to get, but they still get it eventually, and they usually spread those out a bit sometimes. But there are those bases where they are completely clustered and you can still get them, but I still recommend spreading them out just a little bit to prevent massive AoE damage from torps, plasmas, or something like that, you know?
I'm making a pooper Raptor fleet at the moment.
Oh, Jesus
What
Christ.
the fuck? Why?
Because I want one.
Well, actually, no,
You're
that's
crazy,
not a
man.
bad... Whoa, that's actually not a bad idea, actually, considering the fact that
They're so fast.
it's 20% faster. Actually, no, or is it 10% faster? I can't remember. I know it's got 20% more health, and well, it's basically it's APOC equivalent almost.
And it's got an armor hold 3 on it ×2.
Yeah, exactly, and plus with the extra cargo with that, then you're basically pulling in more res anyway.
Yeah.
I reckon it'd be worth it. I mean, like, my APOC poopers at the moment are sitting at about 6,460 mass just to fill the fleet. And if the Raptors are at 6,500 full mass, then that's definitely worth it. I
The
mean,
best
like, with
thing
the...
as well
That's...
is I can fit 6 in a fleet as well.
How so?
That's because I'm
I thought you
awesome.
said 5.
Okay, so you're going the full 6 with the mass of 5,700.
Yep.
I'm gonna need a screenshot of that. That doesn't seem possible.
You're not getting one because you don't blink.
Dude.
Here's an idea. What about those Raptors? Use the old battleship tactics. Spread them out. Go to 2 sides of the base in a spread line, and then just let the torps fall behind your Raptors as they fly by.
What?
It'll keep them alive longer, and you'll just keep hitting everything towards the bridge as you circle around it.
Yeah, he's talking about a 2-strike attack. Basically, a cruiser and a battleship on one side, a cruiser and the battleship on the other side, and just let them run right across over the base and let the.
No, I
are
mean
you talking about actual?
No, I mean with the 5 creeper Raptors, just separate them up and do like you used to do with the battleships and circle the base while setting your targeting on the inside, so that the greatest portion of the fire is all falling behind them since they're so fast.
I'm not so sure about that one. Actually, I'll have a look into that one. That sounds rather interesting. But I'll have to get you to show me an example of what you mean by that, because I'm a visual learner. But if I can't see it, then I won't understand it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'll have to see if I can borrow someone's account with creeper revs to try the tactic out, because unfortunately I don't have any creepers yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kickstarter needed to add an event with all the old abilities, and like in one event where you can just select what stuff you want. In any event, that'd be nice.
I thought they said first of the year they were going to be releasing all the old tech.
That's what I heard.
I don't know, but I
Yeah,
have
so-
heard some rumors.
That's what they said on BV one time, that they were going to do that.
That
Yeah.
was like a couple weeks ago they said that.
No, it goes back even farther than that.
Well,
Yeah, it
as
does.
recent as like 2 weeks ago.
Mm.
Last show. Actually, it was after the last show.
Okay.
Well, this is it's rather interesting to hear that there's like another event coming up soon, and like it's shortly after a previous event. I mean, like, what are they seriously trying to do? Make people spend more coins? I mean, I wouldn't put it past them.
It's
Yeah, I was
Christmas
gonna say.
almost.
The hell do you think they're trying to do, Rain? Of course.
Okay. Yeah, dumb
Kickstarter.
question.
I know, right? Well, from what Zissus was telling me one time we were talking, this Rapture was not even the scheduled ship to be released.
That's what I got told.
The ship that was supposed to be released on this last event apparently wasn't ready. There was some problem, and so they threw this thing in the can and gave this to us. I'd like to see a battleship that actually is a battleship.
With 2 shields, for fuck's sake.
You know, a battleship by nature is supposed to have heavy armor and a hell of a lot of weapons. Kixeye has not built a battleship yet. They can call them what they want, but they're not battleships.
Well, Riddick, from what I've been told, the new ship was actually meant to be a new class of ship.
A new class. Okay.
A carrier class.
Ah, now that would be fun.
Yes. Yes, I want one of those.
That's from what I got told.
I want to be able to attack the goddamn processing plant with like 3 teammates, you know, and or something like that. You know, it's we've been talking about that since we started playing this damn game, and we still can't do it. You know,
I remember me and you talking about that back in the day before Relocate, Riddick.
hell yeah, way back in 3200, we were flying frickin' Talons, right?
Yep, that one's in here. Yours.
For announcing that shit. But who cares? It's only Kickside.
Yep. Sorry about the ambulance and fire trucks.
Yeah, shit happens, man.
I live right down the road from the firehouse, and they go by here quite often because I-95.
I know.
Locally is referred to as I-95.
Well, you finish Riddick. I like to say this, but I know no one knows anyone like who lives around here, but someone actually got killed at the bottom of my road last night, and my heart goes out with the family because
Yeah, right.
that's the accident.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Shit, we've been gone too long. Riddick 3200's turned into a massive Care Bear sector.
We'll go back and liberate it. We'll get an off week. We'll go back and liberate it.
3,200.
If you guys don't mind, I might join you no matter how many bubbles it costs me.
No.
Hell, come on. If you come over for that, that's a week of a truce right there. We'll just have an old 3,200 reunion and just clean house.
Hell yeah.
Doesn't
That's
matter to
not-
me.
Find them bitches nice and hard.
These guys, ARCs, TWA, and Asians. That is not racist, by the way, for any Asians watching this.
Yes, it is.
Can
Yes,
you believe? Can you believe that they gave Zoomer a freaking ban for saying that something about China had the smallest on average penis size? It's a fact.
They
That's a
banned him.
fact.
I'm just gonna say that I honestly think this whole reporting and people getting banned issue is getting way out of hand.
It is.
Agreed.
It's really ridiculous. You know, Zoomer's probably said a lot of things he probably should have got a ban for, but that wasn't one of them.
Hell,
It was-
Oh man, if he got a ban from that, I should have been banned non-stop for
You should.
a long time.
I should have been banned the other night.
That's
No,
just
you should be
bullshit.
spanked.
No, I
Yeah.
should have been banned. I was bad.
You should be spanked.
Oh, she was bad to the bone. Giggity,
I
giggity, giggity.
was. I don't even. It was me and Hound going back and forth at it.
Ah, you and Hound. Hound's just a
was being
cute
proper
girl.
nasty in chat.
Did she say something about her and her hand going back and forth?
No.
That's what I heard. I don't know. That's what I heard.
Clean your ears out, old man.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes hearing what you want to hear is more fun.
That's true. I won't deny that.
I'm not
Oh,
sure. I
but-
can't tell if she's blushing or not. If so,
but-
mission accomplished.
But
I don't
speaking of
blush.
bands, but speaking
I'm
of
saying
bands,
nothing.
but speaking of bans, anyway, a lot of people around every sector are getting banned for just using the word pussy, apparently.
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
you can't easy them as well.
Wow, I should have been banned about 4 days ago then for that cat comment I made.
If that'll get
Yeah.
you banned, then the ICU war, Goat War, 1500 war would be an empty sector, and we'd all be sitting somewhere else rather than on Vega, because I think we've all said it.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you know what's happening when Kickside they decide to put their fucking slave workforce to banning people for random bullshit like that. They actually encourages those assholes that keep spam reporting people for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, oh, you said this, you said that, I'm gonna report you, and then they're laughing their ass off, you know, because they're just being pissed. They know that nobody takes offense to what's being said. Everybody knows it's a joke, and if you read up and down the chat, you can see that, you know, it's just a funny conversation. But when you take a small part of it, it looks pretty bad, but it's not. So
Well,
it's fucked up.
You know, even if it is bad, there's, you know, we're all supposed to be adults. There is the option to hit the X. You know, I've always got the option to go up in the corner and hit that little red X and say, you know, all right, fuck this, or to put somebody on block. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to argue with them and listen to them. You can use
No,
the block
but
button.
the thing I'm seeing is people, they actually try to trick people into saying sketchy shit to screenshot it and send in the report, and then you get the PM, ha 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 ha, I reported you, motherfucker, ha ha, so funny.
That is lame. You're right.
Kind of falls into the legal terms of just provocation half the times, but I mean, yeah, it's just that. They want to provoke it, get you to do it so they can report it. That's why I'm saying it's all getting out of hand. It's getting to the point where it keeps up. Like you said, we're going to have a bunch of empty sectors with nobody that really wants to play in there anymore.
Yeah.
I'll go through and wipe them all out.
Yeah. Like
you get these angry players. They're sitting in their bubbles and they're just speculating in bullshit and using comms for what it's worth. So it's
Well, I
not
must
fun.
say, in one night, me and Chris killed 32 bases in about 4 hours.
Quit lying. You did not.
We did.
I think more players would benefit from having the same outlook that Sakari has. The main reason we're here is because there was an ass-kicking going on that we hadn't been invited to, so we had to show up.
Hey, I invited you, and I invited RoboDuck. Only
And then
because I
turned
wanted
around and tried to
know
kill
y'all.
him. God, you're nice.
No, I started it. Well, no, I didn't start it. I went over there for one day to play, and I got ganged up on. And then Sakari hit me, so I hit RoboDuck.
Unfortunately, I was blind during all that.
In one hit.
Tough love, ain't it? Tough love.
And then I went through and started hitting any Sakari I could hit. Except Gemma.
Okay.
I won't hit her.
I will.
I won't.
I hit Gemma.
I know, I won't, though.
Yeah, I don't have the base
That
hit.
went right over somebody's head.
Came back at you, but I took out a few of your fleets.
I know you did with fucking. And the bad thing about it is those fuckers were on auto. Y'all got me from all around. Every fleet I brought out, y'all had a fleet blocking me, getting me somewhere. I was pissed.
Life's a
I had all 7 fleets out.
Well, that's where you basically draw the line, Chris. You don't go out with all 7 fleets. You only use one or 2 fleets at a time.
2 maximum.
No more than what you can control, or else you're asking to lose the fleets.
Yep.
Well, I didn't win them or lose them all, but I didn't win most of them. But I got my point across.
What was your
There was a
point?
point?
What? Don't hit me when I'm trying to hit a base. And this like last night. I got a base down to 81%, and fucker got into it. I had 20. Oh my god, I was pissed.
Don't you remember your time with Sakari? Our favorite tactic is to let you hit our bases and then hit yours while you're hitting ours, so you're too
I
busy
know.
to pay attention.
Well,
I don't
that's
think she's caught on.
Well, that's basically what the game is. I mean, like, all base hit fleet battles, I mean, do whatever you can to win strategy. That's all it is, strategy. Like,
Exactly.
and people get angry quite easily over it, and I sit there going, okay, I don't know why you're getting so mad. This is part of the game. Like seriously, have a bong, grab a drink, grab some boobs or something, you know?
I've
Actually,
come to
sometimes
realize
it's not like a Call of Duty lobby or something, you know?
Oh,
I've come to
no.
realize that some people just shouldn't play Vega. They just shouldn't play it.
Yeah, go back to Farmville, you pussies. Oh shit, that's Compan. Oh fuck.
You're banned.
Damn.
Yep.
I'm writing a ticket. I'd have to send that one. I'd have to send that ticket to Google. Never mind.
When Riddick puts on his glasses, it's ticket time.
Everybody are cock munchers to me. Piss me off, and you're a cock muncher.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm a what?
Well,
That was very ladylike of you to say.
it was funny
I
when
don't-
you told Hound. I was laughing for ages. She told Hound that he's got a.
I told him that I was going to rip his undersized penis off him and stick it down his throat.
Hey, Chris, just some friendly
Gentlemen,
advice.
that right there is the heart and soul of a Texas lady.
Well, Texas ladies and gentlemen, need to calm the fuck down.
He called me a hormonal troll. Anybody who
Oh.
knows me, do not call me a he/she. I am a girl.
A hormonal troll?
A hormonal troll.
That's not calling you a he/she.
He's it escalated.
You're wrong.
Yes, it did.
No. Where the hell are you getting transvestite? Where are you coming up with
He
transvestite
could
out
be
of
a tranny for all we know. Don't call me that shit.
No, he's a hound. We get a muzzle for him. That's what we do.
I gotta remember that. Hormonal troll. I like that.
He
I
said,
fucking like that.
go
You get
take
the
your
phone, you
pill,
gotta
you
come on the show so we
hormonal troll.
I like that.
I'm gonna start using that on trolls now. I'm gonna call them hormonal trolls.
New Nick. You might have to catch me again and become the hormonal troll.
Next thing you know, Guggen comes up. You hormonal troll!
I'll say, yeah, what can I do for you?
Right, do we have anything else?
We didn't have anything when we started.
I think we're just having fun. I mean, this is quite funny.
This was the best one we've done in a while. We just bullshit and laugh a little bit. Act fucking stupid. Only way it could have been better. Chris
Hey, isn't
would've-
that what gaming's supposed to be about?
Oh, you
Yeah.
meant the game. I was talking about
What
this.
it's all about.